Ever wonder how your brain can tell your hand to move or how you know something's hot before you even think about it? That's your nervous system doing its thing. It's basically your body's super fast messaging system controlling everything you do, feel, and sense. Hi guys, this is Casey Tirias and today we're gonna break down the nervous system and how it works. The nervous system is the network of nerve cells and nerve fibers that transmits nerve impulses between parts of the body. It controls and coordinates all essential functions of the body, including all other body's system, allowing the body to maintain homeostasis or its delicate balance. The nervous system also helps you receive information about what is happening inside and around your body and directs you to respond appropriately to a given situation. Like for example, the driver's eye receives information that a passerby is not looking while crossing the street and is about to be hit by his speeding car. That is receiving information from the environment through your sense organs. As an effect, his nervous system raises his breathing and heart rate, signaling an impending danger. After the danger is over, the body brings the breathing and heart rate back to normal. That is what we call maintaining internal balance. As a response, the nervous system causes the driver to respond by stepping on the brake and avoid accident. Here are some major functions of the nervous system. First is receiving sensory input. Sensory receptors monitor numerous external and internal stimuli. We are aware of sensation from some stimuli such as vision, hearing, taste, smell, touch, pain, body position, and temperature. Other stimuli such as the blood pH, blood gases, and blood pressure are processed at a subconscious level. Second function is integrating information. The brain and spinal cord are the major organs for processing sensory input and initiating responses. The input may be produced an immediate response or be stored as a memory or be ignored. Third function is controlling muscles and glands. Skeletal muscles normally contract only when stimulated by the nervous system. Thus, by controlling the skeletal muscle, the nervous system controls the major movements of the body. The nervous system also participates in controlling cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, and many other glands. Fourth function is maintaining homeostasis. The nervous system plays an important role in maintaining homeostasis. This function depends on the nervous system's ability to detect, interpret, and respond to changes in internal and external conditions. In response, the nervous system can stimulate or inhibit the activities of other systems to help maintain a constant internal environment. Fifth function is establishing and maintaining mental activity. The brain is the center of the mental activity, including consciousness, memory, and thinking. The extraordinary amount of information that the body receives at any one time is flashed through the nervous system in the form of millions of messages. These messages can bring information about what is happening inside and outside of the body, like itching on the scalp, sad news, flavored of fried chicken. Almost immediately, the nervous system tells the other parts of the body what to do. Scratch, scratch the itch, feel the sadness, or salivate profusely. While the body is doing these activities, the nervous system is also busy monitoring breathing, blood pressure, and body temperature. The simple act of noticing changes in the weather is an example of how the nervous system monitors events happening outside the body. The nervous system can be divided into two major divisions: the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system consists of all the nervous tissues outside the central nervous system, including the nerves and ganglia. Now, before we go on to deeper of these two major divisions of the nervous system, let us first define the cells of the nervous system. Now, there are two types of cells that make up the nervous system. These are the neurons and the glial cells. The neuron or nerve cells receives stimuli, conduct action potential, and transmit signals to other neurons or effector organs. Now, here are the parts of the neuron. First is the cell body. Cell body is the main part of the neuron, also known as soma. It is the neuron's control center, and it holds nucleus and all the structures that make energy and protein. The soma processes the signals coming from the dendrites and then decides whether the neuron should send an impulse forward. Now, what makes the neurons special among the other types of cell? Well, they have many extensions of their cell membranes, generally referred to as processes. How do information flows through a neuron? Information flows from the dendrites across the cell body and then down the axon. Another part of the neuron is dendrite. Dendrites are short branch-like extensions that act as the neuron's receivers. They collect signals from other neurons or the environment and bring those messages into the cell body. Let's think of them like a tiny antennas that pick up incoming information. Next is the axon. The axon is a long cable-like extension that sends messages away from the cell. Once the soma decided to send a signal, the axon carries the electrical impulse all the way to the next cell. Next is the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is a fatty covering around the axons that works as the insulation. It helps the electrical signals travel much faster and prevents it from getting lost. A well-myelinated axon means quick, smooth messages in your nervous system. These myelin sheaths are formed by the cell processes of the oligodendrocytes in the CNS and the Schwann cells in the PNS. Next is the node of Ranvier. The node of Ranvier are the gaps or the nodes between the myelin sheath segments along the axon. These gaps allow the electrical signals to jump from one node to the next instead of traveling slowly through the whole axon. Because of this jumping motion called saltatory conduction, nerve impulses move much faster and more efficiently. Next is the synapse. The synapse are the tiny gap between two neurons. When electrical signal reaches the end of the axon, chemicals called neurotransmitters are released into this gap. These chemicals carry the message across the next neuron's dendrites, allowing the communication to continue. Now, we said neurotransmitters. What is neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that help in transporting the impulses. Next is the types of neurons. The body's neurons vary in function and in structure. As such, neurons can be classified on the basis of their function as well as the structure. For example, referring to neuron as a sensory neuron indicates that it is carrying information to the CNS from a specific receptor in the body. Alternatively, referring to a neuron as a motor neuron indicates that it is sending information to an effector of the body from the CNS. However, neurons are also distinguished from one another on the basis of the structure. In the structural classification, three categories of the neurons exist based on the arrangement of their processes. First one is the multipolar neurons. The multipolar neurons have many dendrites and a single axon. Most of the neurons within the CNS and nearly all the motor neurons are multipolar.